Now before the video starts, I just wanted to say that I didn't watch anyone else's review at all prior to filming my own review because I didn't want anyone else's opinion to taint my own. Now I feel like I have to say this because I just finished watching Jeremy Fragrance review on this and we said a lot of similar things, and I don't want people to think that I copy off Jeremy. I didn't. I recorded mine, I tested mine out before I watched any video at all. So for those of you who think that I copied Jeremy or something, I didn't. So just putting it out there. And yeah, with that said, please enjoy the video. So today I was going to review Valentino Uomo Intense, and I know I said that yesterday too, but I'm just so impressed with Versace Eros Flames recently that I feel like I have to do this review right now. Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have Eros Flames. Now I've worn this about 4 to 5 times now, and I know that doesn't seem like a lot of wearings, but I'm telling you man, this has been working magic for me these past 4 or 5 days. It's incredible. I'll tell you more about it when it gets to the compliment section. Now jumping into the scent first, of course we always talk about the scent. How does this one smells, and does it smell good? Do I like it? And to be perfectly honest, I'm not a fan of the smell itself. You guys saw my first impression, I wasn't so happy with it. I'm still not happy with it now. I think it's just the Eros DNA doesn't really speak to me. It's so scratchy. It's just, to me, my personal taste, I don't like it, but I'm not gonna knock what it does for me or what it has been doing for me throughout the weeks. So the smell of this, to explain this very simply, smells like a more spicy, more citrusy version of the original Eros, which this is not my bottle. I borrowed this from a friend just to make the comparison. The original's opening is minty, is sweet. This one is not so much. Like, it's more citrusy, more spicy in nature. There's still an undertone of sweetness, but it's definitely not as sweet as the original Eros. Now in terms of the opening, which one do I prefer more? I definitely prefer Eros over the original one. I think this one is more well-rounded. It feels more high quality in nature because in terms of syntheticness, this one is definitely more synthetic feeling than Flames. Now when it comes to the dry down, this is where this fragrance gets extremely disappointing. And why is it disappointing? Is simply because it smells exactly the same as the original. Yes, after an hour and a half into the fragrance, this thing dries down to the original Eros. It has the exact same dry down. Maybe with just a slight bit of difference. Maybe this one is slightly spicier, but overall 95 to 98% the same dry down as this. So basically, if you buy this and you already own this, you're basically getting a new fragrance, a new smell for about an hour and a half, and after that you basically got the same fragrance. So that's where this fragrance gets really disappointing for me, because as a fragrance fan, I feel like if I love a certain line, like if you love Versace Eros and you really want a flanger to Versace Eros, you want one that is truly, you know, a little bit more different, right? Like from the start to the base, it should have its own unique signature, which this one has in the opening, but it doesn't at the base. And what do people usually smell of you when it comes to fragrances? Like when you actually wear it out, they usually smell the base. Unless the people are around you the first hour or two of you wearing the fragrance, a lot of people generally smell the base. And to me, what's the point? Like if you already have Eros, why have Flames when in an hour and a half it smells just the same, you know? And the people around you who give you compliments are gonna give you compliments on the same smell as the original Eros. So to me, that's just mind-boggling. I don't see the point. Now my advice is, for those of you who love the DNA of Eros, if you own the original Eros already and you tried Flames and you really like the opening of Flames, you could save yourself some money by selling the original and getting the new one. What I'm trying to say is that owning both is very redundant. You should pick either or. If you don't own any of them yet, smell both of them first and pick which opening you like the best. Moving on, we have the performance, and the performance for Eros Flames is really good. It lasts me throughout the workday very easily. I would say at least 7 to 8 hours in longevity. The projection is really good as well. It's not loud. This is what I found. I found that it's not as obnoxious as the original one. This one projects softer, but it's definitely worked in its favor. It's not obnoxious, but it still projects big enough for you to get compliments when people walk past you. And that's what I noticed. I get really easy compliments with Versace Eros Flames so far because the smell lingers in just the right spot, and I've had no complaints when it comes to Eros Flames. Now I know that people have had complaints with original Eros before, it being obnoxious, as being too strong or whatever. I never got one with this. And that being said, I definitely prefer the performance of this one over the original Eros. Next we have the occasion, and the occasion is pretty much much the same as the original. You can wear it outdoor, winter or fall time. You can wear it to the club. You can wear it actually more as a signature scent as well, because I think the dry down, the Eros dry down is pretty versatile. You can wear it pretty much any time in the fall and winter. You'll smell just fine. I wore it with different outfits. I wore it with a hoodie. I wore it with a collar shirt, and it fits just fine. I feel like every time I get whiff of myself, I feel like it fits. So this is quite a versatile fragrance. Of course, like I said, it's better for the outdoor fall and winter time, but you can definitely wear it with any outfit at any given time, really. Just not in any places where you don't want to wear too strong of a fragrance, like job interview, for example. You don't want that. And also, one other thing, this is not a high class fragrance, so I wouldn't wear this with a suit. I wouldn't wear it to a black tie event, none of that, because there's much better options for those. But for casual wear, anytime at all in the fall or winter, this thing is great. Moving on, we have the compliments. Now this segment alone made me want to do the review immediately, because I've worn this, like I said, 4 or 5 times now throughout the week, and out of those days, 3 of them I've gotten compliments for. Now the first day I wore this one, if you guys remember my rotation video about a few days ago, I said the first day I wore Eros, I got one compliment from a stranger when I was at Town Square here in Las Vegas, just just looking for food and stuff, being normal me. This lady walked past me and gave me one compliment. She just asked me what I was wearing. So that was my first compliment with Versace Eros Flames. A couple days later, I wore it again to work, and it got 3 compliments. The first one was from my boss, the second one from my coworker, and the third one from one of the customers who was in the store at the time. It kind of blew my mind, really, because all 3 of those compliments were really good compliments. Not just like, oh, you smell nice today. And it's like, what are you wearing? You smell really good type compliments. So that kind of blew me away a little bit. Now the third day that I got a compliment was actually today. I wore it again to work. The first compliment again was from my boss. He seems to really like this one, so I'm gonna recommend this to him the next time I see him. And the second compliment was from a different customer this time. So that's all I have to say for compliments. I'm really impressed. This is probably one of my most complimented fragrance ever within the first week. Usually when I test out a fragrance in the first week, they don't typically get a lot of compliments. You'll be lucky for me to get 1 or 2, like at most maybe 3 or 4 compliments in the first week of testing a fragrance. But with this one, already not even a week of wearing, like 4 or 5 days, already 6 compliments. To me, that's insane. and I'm fairly confident that when I wear this to work on Thursday, this will get more compliments, or it has a lot of potential to get me more compliments. So this is to me a very confident inducing fragrance now, because when you get a compliment, it actually really makes you feel good. Like, I don't care what people say, like, oh, I wear fragrances for myself. Yes, you wear fragrances for yourself, but when you do get a compliment, you can't lie to me and tell me that you don't feel good. All right, so this is to me a really confident inducing fragrance now. Like, I actually started enjoying wearing Eros Flames despite my feeling for it in the scent department. I still don't really care too much about the scent, but the sheer good feeling that it gives me makes me just want to keep wearing this, honestly. Next, we have price point. Now this is still not available in the US, so I can't speak for the price point in the USA yet, nor can I speak for the price point in Europe, because it's all over the place, really. I bought this on eBay and I paid premium shipping for this, so I overpaid for this fragrance basically just to give the review for you guys. But this is, to me, it should not be any more expensive than Eros. So when this actually hits the market, I urge you to wait for it to go on discount, because this, to me, I can see it going on discount fairly quickly. And if it goes on discount and you can find like 100 ml for like 30 or something dollars like you would the original, then that is a good deal. You should not pay any more than that, because the scent is pretty much the same in a dry down. To me, the only difference in the beginning, you should not pay more for this than you pay for this. So on price, I'm just gonna leave it blank for a moment. I have no opinion on it. Just that when it hits America, please wait for it to hit discount. Next, let's talk about our summary, our pros and our cons. And pro number 1, it has really good performance. Not too strong that it's obnoxious. It's just right. The scent bubble, the sillage is perfect, so thumbs up for that. Pro number 2, it gets really good compliments, and it's a fragrance that is really easy for people to really like and people to enjoy off you. So props for that. One of my most complimented fragrance ever in the first week. So yeah, that's quite good. Pro number 3 is quite versatile. You can wear this as a signature fall and winter scent if you want to. Again, not anything high class, or anywhere you want to be a little bit more formal, more professional, you shouldn't wear flame, but on any other occasion at all, it fits just fine. Now onto the con, and con number 1 is that we're getting a redundant scent. Let's be perfectly honest here. Besides the opening that outlasts about an hour and a half, we're getting the exact same fragrance, so that's the con right there. For the scent, I don't approve. Scent, definitely a con. I wish they did something more different with the base. I mean, change the base a little bit or something, because the more I smell the base, the more I feel like I got cheated, like I bought the same fragrance disguised as a new one. That to me is unacceptable. Lastly, we have the rating, and in honor of me getting so many compliments with Flames so far, I brought in an all-star to help us rate this fragrance, and that all-star is none other than Sasha Grey. I know a lot of you guys out there know who Sasha Grey is. Don't lie to me, everyone knows who Sasha Grey is. So, Sasha Grey, how many Sasha Grey out of 5 Sashas does Eros Flames get? And the answer is 3.5 Sasha Greys. And 3.5 to me is a completely fair score, because you are getting really good compliments with this. You are getting a fragrance that's very versatile, that performs well, and the price, like I said, if you wait for gray market, is quite decent. But the one thing that is like the biggest punch to the balls for every one of us fragrance lover is that they gave us the same product. Basically, after an hour, they gave us the same product disguised as a new one, and that to me deserved like a 1.5 point knock off right away, because I do not appreciate that. I mean, like as a consumer, as a buyer, I don't want to pay for the same scent. You know, at least make it more different than that. That irks me so much, as you guys can tell. So no respect for that. 1.5 point off. This fragrance get only 3.5. Alright guys, that's it for this review of Versace Eros Flames. Let me know what you think of this fragrance. If you've tried it, down in the comment section below. And with that said, I'll see you guys next time in another video. Peace. Bye.